Welcome to Talking Trash, and today we're at the Becker County Hazardous Waste Facility, and I also have a guest, Steve Skoog, the Environmental Services Director. Steve, what's going on here today?
Hey Sandy, today we're having a sale. We got a number of items that we pulled out from the waste stream. It's part of a study that we're doing in conjunction with Better Futures Minnesota, a nonprofit from down in the metro area. The purpose of the study is to determine how much reusable, good products we can pull from the waste stream, which would be products that would normally bring into our solid waste transfer station where people put it into a container, it gets hauled to a landfill or incinerated, or there could be demolition products that people are bringing to put into our demolition landfill, or some stuff is pulled from our recycling stream, they put in our containers. People see it there, our staff, they pull it out, and we're trying to determine if there's a market for that, and so far
there is. People are very interested in it. So why waste diversion?
Well, you know, one of the goals of the state is to reduce the amount of materials being landfilled or incinerated, and just simply reduce the waste stream. So anytime you can do that, that's a plus, because those are all costs, and you know, it's an environmental issue as well. But you know, just as importantly in this area, I think there's a demand for products that can be reused. People can get them at a lesser cost than if they had to buy it new. So we've started by pulling out, like I said, a number of things, which include demolition products, building materials, all
wood,
those things.
That kind of thing, the building type materials.
Sure.
And then even some items, and you'll see in pictures, you know, chairs, knick-knack kind of things, that's really popular here. And so anything that we think is reusable and that we think people might be interested in, we'll pull out. It's really about saving waste out of the waste stream.
Sure, and it's not just that it's reusable in its current form. You know, there's many of these items that people might take, not necessarily like a chair, but there's boards and windows and stuff that they'll repurpose for something else that I mean, it's as good as their imagination, literally.
And there's some really creative people in our area. I mean, everywhere I'm sure, but especially in Becker County, we have corrugated metal that's got the holes in it, it's rusty, it's awesome. So people, I mean, we have lots of really unique things. And so how many sales have we had?
Well, this is our third one now, so you know, I think the popularity has just been growing, and you know, based on it's a large part what Sandy's been doing. She's been doing a great job helping us getting the information out there to the public. So, you know, how you market this has really changed now. It's evolved so much in the last few years. In the past, it would have been a lot more difficult to do this, but.
Yeah, social media has you know, I think expanded the marketing definitely, and people are interested in it too. The interest level is there, and so about how many tons have been pulled out in the ballpark?
Well, you know, so far I think we've marketed about 3-4 tons.
Yep.
But
not counting today.
Not counting today. Not counting items that are much heavier, such as concrete paver blocks, some building materials, some of that. So there's probably diverted 2 or 3 times that amount, actually.
Right.
So.
And the bricks, we've had those for a couple sales, and those, of course, will go better in April than they will now. So that's. That's really an interesting thing to see what works, what doesn't, and it's seasonal, really. So what are the plans for future with as regard to waste diversion? Well,
you know, as we get through this study, we'll have to see what the study says, is how much was diverted, the amount of interest. All of those components will have to come together. We'll take a look at them along with our county board, our commissioners. And then make some determination where we're going to go. You know, we've been working with Better Futures to do the waste diversion, but it's a business, or it's a nonprofit, but it's still a business that one of their goals is to get into doing more deconstruction. They take up our buildings now in other parts of the state, and I think that's a service up in this area that would definitely have a lot of value. The other part, in this part of the state, they're really right around Detroit Lakes. We don't have material reuse like they do in other parts of the state. So those are some positive things that I think that can help move this forward.
Yeah, we don't really have such as a Habitat for Humanity reuse for building materials. So that really would fit in here. And so just kind of building on what we've started here and the partnership to build on that.
Sure.
The sky's kind of the limit, but this is
Absolutely.
definitely outside the box, and I think other places are becoming interested, other counties are becoming interested in this, so.
You know, this is, like Sandy was saying, it's a new concept, and it could be a regional, it could be a statewide concept of working with landfills. Some do that already, some sort of diversion, I think, in a limited scope. But bringing together what we want to do here, along with what other neighboring counties or other parts of the state want to do as well, we can identify larger amounts of types of materials that can be diverted.
So stay tuned for all the changes that'll be happening this spring, and in the additional shows we'll talk a little bit more about better futures and deconstruction and that kind of thing. But have a great day and divert your waste if you can. Have a great day.